I've been phone banking for Momentum today for the first time from my home, and I made 11 calls which got through. I think I probably made about 25 altogether. A lot of people were out. Well, local numbers from the Labour Party membership list. And as Momentum members, we want to contact each one, and if we find a floating voter, somebody who hasn't decided how to vote, see if we persuade them to vote for Jeremy Corbyn. I was contemplating, because I'd introduced myself as representing Jeremy Corbyn, that the people who didn't declare how they'd voted but had voted might be a bit reticent to tell me that they voted for Owen Smith. But I got into a conversation with one, a lovely lady, and I know I'm meant to get off the phone fairly quickly, but I was very interested to hear her story. And she was one of the 11 who wasn't prepared to say who she'd voted for. And I suppose I did prod her a bit for a few more answers, and she said, well, I'm going to let her give her story.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me come here and see you and your dog. Now, when I phoned you up this morning, I hope I introduced myself by the standard more or less script, which is, hi, I'm Steve, I'm from Pontefract and I represent the Jeremy Corbyn for Labour leader. Is that kind of correct?
Yes.
And what was your initial reaction?
Well, I thought another phone call, because I've had 2 phone calls about, on this subject. I was thinking, gosh, my vote must be very important.
Yeah.
For a deciding vote. No, so, but then I thought, hang on. And, I just wanted you to say a bit more, because I was worried why I was being phoned up again. Because my first phone call was, I believe, from the Labour Party, because unfortunately when I answered the phone first time, I answered those 2 phone calls first. My daughter answered to you and then handed it over. I am hard of hearing, so I don't necessarily get the full introduction at the beginning. I have to sort of tune into people's voices. And the first one was asking me, had I ever belonged to another party? And I said, no, I had been a Labour member back in the 80s. I'd never been a member of anything else, not even the Cooperative Party. They asked me why I joined the Labour Party, and I said, to get the Tories out. Because basically that is what I want. I want a socialist party and I don't want the Tories there. And then they asked me why I paid the extra money to vote. This because I am a new member. I am now a new member. And I said, and I thought, yeah, that's a funny question. And I said, because I'm very old and I didn't want to miss what might be my last chance to vote.
What motive would somebody have to find that out?
Because they wanted me to say who I was going to vote for, I think. Why did you pay her £25? And if I could have just said, so I could vote for Jeremy Corbyn, and then I would be worried as to whether or not my vote would be counted or I would hear more of it. And also, not in the same day, a couple of days after that, I was phoned by somebody from, oh God, I do keep forgetting his name, Smith, Owen Smith, is that it? Owen Smith. And it was quite strange actually, because I wasn't giving her straight answers. She was saying, well, have you voted already? And I didn't say I had. And then she said, well, who have you voted for? Can I ask you who have voted, who you intend to vote for? That was the first. And I said, well, to be truthful, it's difficult to know what the candidates actually stand for, what their platform is. I've heard lots about Owen Smith, and the only thing I'd actually heard was that he seemed to have the same platform as Jeremy Corbyn, except he didn't want Jeremy Corbyn to stand. And I said, and it seemed unfair to sort of say how I felt about somebody who hadn't, whose platform I didn't know. So she said, well, do you want me to send you a leaflet? And I said, yes, I think that would be good. I would like to know what his actual platform is. And she said, right, I'll pop one in first view. And it's 3 weeks since that happened. So I wondered really why they were phoning me up. Because if they were phoning me up to get me to vote for Owen, then surely they would have sent me the thing. Because she says, well, oh, you're voting for Jeremy. That's right, she said it. You're voting for Jeremy Corbyn then. And I said, I didn't say that. I said, I just don't know what your candidate's, platform is. And, as I say, she says, oh, yes, well, I sent to him. And I didn't hear any more. And I thought, that's because I said to my daughter, it's straight, you be careful if you answer the phone, see what, because you don't know. You get so much disinformation all over the place. It's very difficult to know who you're talking to and what's going to happen to you. And in fact, I've even stopped making comments online now, just in case it's picked up and my vote's disallowed. He would make a wonderful Prime Minister, and the Labour Party ought to be behind him.
I'm beginning to think this is the start of a wonderful friendship. Thank you.